will almost be on their backs and allowing them better access to that touchscreen panel there that is above their heads.
Yeah, I think when we do we've got the same camera angle we've seen before when we get seat rotation. Also gives you an idea of the cargo that's underneath that they'll be using during their 3-day orbits around the Earth. So they'll get access to that, be able to unpack it, get out the experiments, get out dinner, things like that.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, the cargo beneath the crew in this vehicle right now, Dragon can carry up to 7 passengers. For today's mission, we only have 4 crew members, so it's only configured with 4 seats. So where the 3 additional seats are, we have replaced it with a stowage for cargo.
Which is super important for this mission because, like we said before, they're stuck inside Dragon the whole time. There's no getting out this time.
Yep.
Also, Jesse, you mentioned Haley's got the window seat. Just to go back a little bit in history, Dragon from the very beginning was designed with a window seat. In fact, when they show shots of us here on the mezzanine, we've got the first recovered Dragon right behind us. And so we put windows in that, not because cargo needed a window to look out.
The block of cheese.
But the block of cheese on the second Falcon 9 Dragon flight that came back. But we wanted to show that we could do space-qualified windows early on because we knew when we finally got around to the Dragon version with people on board that they're going to want to look out and see what it's like.
And honestly, if you've been following along with the NASA crew missions that have been going on up at the space station, my absolute favorite views that we've gotten over the last over a year now that we've been operational with NASA crew to the space station have been pictures of the astronauts that they have taken from inside Crew Dragon, looking through that window and seeing space beyond.
Of course, this time, not only do they have the hatch windows, but they've got the cupola.
The cupola.
Oh,
I'm looking forward to, some of them, have got astronomy backgrounds, for example, what it'll be on the night side when they're in eclipse in the Earth's shadow, to where they really can see the stars. In the daylight, people always go, why can't you see stars? Well, the sun is so bright, and any reflection off of anything just ruins your vision.
Absolutely.
But yeah, every 45 minutes you get another sunset. You get into eclipse, and I'd want to be up in that cupola looking out,
I feel like
looking
it's
at
gonna
all
be
those constellations.
It's going to be a very, very popular spot on Dragon while they're in orbit.
Prime real estate for sure.
This is a really cool shot. So on the left-hand side of your screen is the Dragon capsule resilience. And so that top conical portion, that is the capsule, and that is where the crew on the right-hand side of the screen is currently sitting. The bottom half of the Dragon vehicle is the trunk. There is a sort of a dark side and a lighter side. The dark side are solar panels, which will draw energy from the sun to keep Dragon powered throughout their mission. But this is super cool because you see the exterior, and then inside is the crew having a jolly old time with the closeout technicians.
While the pressurized section of Dragon, which is the top portion, will be returning to Earth, the trunk will not be. That part is not reusable. Prior to splashdown, the trunk will actually be jettisoned, and the capsule will turn around and expose the heat shield, which is basically right between what we see there. It's a tiny, slim piece of silver there just above the trunk. So that trunk will not be coming home, but it is a super important piece of Dragon because, as Andy just mentioned, the dark side there, I am refraining my Star Wars reference, I'm saving that for later. But the dark side that we see there are the solar panels that will be generating the power to the batteries for everything that they need. The crew, like we talked about before, they got a lot of science experiments they're going to be performing, but they're also going to be taking video, need to charge their phones, all that good stuff, of course.